Hello, this is George Hutton, and you're listening to the Mind Persuasion Podcast. Today we continue our study of weaponized hypnosis. For more information, please visit mindpersuasion.com/weaponized-hypnosis. In today's podcast, we'll be talking about why these patterns will work so well. Few things that we think as true are actually true. Human memory is incredibly weak. A study was done to prove this. A professor was lecturing in college and he had a laptop on the desk in front. It was a big lecture hall with over 100 students. A thief came in and stole the laptop. Researchers came in, posing as campus security, and interviewed all the students. Their descriptions of what the thief looked like were all over the place. Few people had an accurate memory of what had just happened. Delete, distort, generalize. Every second, there are tons of pieces of information hitting our senses, yet we can only process a slim fraction of them. This means our brains have to decide what's important and what isn't. This is because back when we were still evolving, having a very fast but inaccurate brain was better than having a slow but accurate brain. Back in the ancient days of hunters and gatherers, quick thinking was a feature, accurate thinking, not so much. Perhaps in a few thousand generations from now, we may evolve to have hyper-accurate and much slower brains, but for now, what we have is what we have, fast and blurry. We handle all the data in three basic ways. Distort. We remember things differently than how they really happened, as described in the previous study. Generalize. We put things in pre-existing categories whenever we can. The thief was wearing shoes, pants, and a shirt, or maybe a hoodie. Beyond that, I don't know. He was driving a dark sedan, not sure which color. Delete. Information that isn't put into a category or saved in any way is left out. This is usually stuff that isn't important. When the thief came in the classroom and stole the professor's laptop, none of the students were thinking about the professor's laptop. They were all busily thinking about their own problems. Since the identity of the thief wasn't that important to them, the information was treated as non-important by their brains. Everything we think about ourselves is the sum total of our experiences. Everything we experience comes in through our five senses. And because the information coming in through our five senses is always being distorted, deleted, and generalized, very little of what we remember is even close to the full story. Think about what you had to eat last night as you listen to this now. How many bites did it take? How many times did you put your utensil down while you were eating? How many colors were in your food? Can you name them all? If you went to a restaurant, what was the name of your server? What color hair did they have? How tall were they? What kind of shoes were they wearing? All right, enough already. All our ideas, beliefs, intentions, memories, dreams, hopes, fantasies, regrets, every image or feeling we can create with our brains is based on very faulty information. This isn't to make us feel bad or inadequate. This is just our human operating system. Most of us have plenty of memories of taking a test, trying to remember the information, and failing miserably. All of us have memories of meeting somebody and then forgetting their name 10 seconds later. The ideas in our brains are based on mostly shaky data. This is why it takes a long time to learn how to do something with any amount of skill. If we remembered anything with complete and total accuracy, learning would be instant. But instead, we have to learn by a long trial and error process. Learning to play a complicated song on the piano may take a few months. Normally, this is perfectly fine. We live long, successful lives, live in rich societies with plenty to offer. We share half-baked ideas and beliefs with our friends and families without ever needing to think about it. But it opens up one very powerful idea, one you can use to obliterate any idea held by another human. All ideas are indefensible. If somebody tried to assert a certain belief on you, and you asked them to demonstrate objectively why they think the belief is valid or even good, most people wouldn't be able to. Very few people are capable of real logic. We speak and think in pseudo-logic, and in some situations it seems like we think logically, but it's actually very rare. This provides us with a powerful way to quickly obliterate any idea we want to in the minds of others. Here's a metaphor to help understand. Imagine for a moment that we lived in a world where some people could carry guns everywhere and some people couldn't. And the people that had guns could make people without guns do anything they wanted. And the people without guns went along with it, terrified of being shot. Yet at the same time, nobody could ever remember anybody being shot. The guns looked real, they felt real, and certainly in the movies people shot each other all the time. But in real life, it never happened. The fear was enough. But then you come along and realize that all the guns are fake. They are just pieces of metal. All it would take would be for you to demonstrate that their guns cannot fire, and they would lose all their power. This metaphor is a bit different than reality because in this metaphorical world, you would be a hero. As soon as you showed that one gun was fake, others would do the same, and there would be a massive upheaval of the power structure. But in real life, these skills will be just as powerful. All the linguistic weapons anybody has ever used are like those fake guns. All you have to do is expose them, and they will be defenseless. Any insult, any derogatory comment, anything anybody that has ever said that has negatively impacted you has been based on a collection of distorted, deleted, and generalized information. Not only will you be able to defend yourself, but you'll be able to obliterate them if you need to, just like martial arts. You can block a punch and walk away, block a punch or knock them out, or block a punch and kill them. But all you really have to do is block a couple of punches, maybe get one in of your own, and then their imagination will do the rest. And since you will be using verbal skills that few people know exist, your presence will be potentially terrifying to those you want it to be. Keep track of your own brain. This may be a hard pill to swallow, that all of our thoughts are based on false information. Our main purpose of humans is as goal-seeking organisms. We function most efficiently when we are moving towards something that is important to us. To our ancient ancestors, that may have been a distant mountain range, believed or hoped to have much better hunting and fewer predators. In your own life, that might mean getting promoted, strengthening your relationships, or learning new skills. So long as you have a target you are moving toward, it doesn't matter how your thoughts are comprised. So long as you know you are getting closer, that's all that you need. The things we enjoy in life are emotional, not based on the accuracy of our thoughts. Most of the time, having less than accurate information is a benefit. So long as you keep moving forward, trying to remember how many times you chewed last night is ridiculous. But understanding the structure of our thoughts and how tenuous they are when examined will help you easily swat away any who would do you harm, so you can stay on track, going after the things most important to you. I'm George Hutton. Thank you for listening to the Mind Persuasion Podcast. For more information, please visit mindpersuasion.com/weaponized-hypnosis. I look forward to speaking with you again soon.